This is like a street in Area 47, Lilongwe. It has two presidents, the president of AFORD and the president of AFORD. Honorable Frank Tumpale Mwenifumbo stays in this house, and Honorable Enock Chihana stays over there. Well, Cruise 5 is here to talk to one of them. Who is it going to be? Well, you're going to find out. Welcome. This is the residence of Mr. Frank Tumpale Mwenifumbo, our guest today in Cruise 5. Welcome to Cruise 5, Mr. Mwenifumbo.
No, thank you very much.
Tumpale?
Yes, correct. Yes.
Is that your real name?
Yes, that's the name.
Sounds like a nickname to me.
You know, that's a name that I grew up. I was named at birth.
Were you named Frank or Tumpale?
No, I was named as Tumpale, and I was Tumpale up to when I was up to standard 8.
Where did Frank come from?
It came from, in the first place, Frank is my dad's name, late dad's name.
All right.
But I had to change it to Frank Impola.
Okay. Because
I was not able to go to secondary school at that time because of the quota system.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Okay.
So at that time, in the education sector, it was ruled that all students from the north have to pass with a certain percentage, which was higher than the other.
Than the other regions.
So it doesn't matter how intelligent you were in class.
Really?
As I was Chitawira primary school at that time, and my friends will know. I mean, those that I was I Chitawira primary school. So my parents had to change my name from Tumpale Mwenifumbo to Frank Impola.
Where did they get Impola from?
Impola is my name, my dad's name, which I would say Ngatifunda. Yeah, correct.
So people couldn't place
I was
like,
Frank Impola from Mwanza. Yeah, those were the days. So most of my
So where do you come? You come from Mwanza or Karonga?
Yeah, at that time I had to come from Mwanza for me, you know. Yeah, so it worked well.
Interesting things, interesting things. But your name, Mwenifumbo, tells me that you must come from Karonga.
Yes, correct. Yes, we hail from Mwangolera village, traditional authority, now Paramount Kyungu, in Karonga district.
Does it mean anything, Mwenifumbo?
I have always asked my parents what it does.
Because you've got Mwenitete, Mwenifumbo, and all the other
literal translation would mean the honor of questions. Of the question. Because Mweni means the honor. The honor. And Fumbo in Tumbuka means the question. So we can say honor of the question. Yes. Yeah.
Tell us more about where you come from and how you grew up. How many were you in your family?
Correct, yes. Well, as I said, my original home district is Karonga, which I never knew up to until 1983 when my father retired from the civil service.
Because you were growing up elsewhere?
Yes, my father worked in the information department, and that's the only organization he had worked in his lifetime. Okay. After completing his education at Livingstonia Technical School in 1956, he went on to work in Mzuzu during the colonial government. Okay. Then he was transferred to Lilongwe, transferred to Zomba, Zomba back to Lilongwe because we lived in Falls, and then back to Zomba, and then from Zomba, normally my dad worked closely with Dr. Banda. Because
the former president?
Yes, the first president. Because my father by trade, he was a technical man, a technician, an audio technician.
Okay, so he was working on the sound system when Kamuzubanda was traveling all around.
Correct, yes. Okay. So he headed the technical department of the information department. So when Dr. Banda moved from Zomba, after they built Sanjika in the 70s, we moved into Blantyre in 1970, thereabouts. Okay. So we lived in Blantyre all our lives through, and I grew up in Blantyre. I'm basically a Blantyre person.
You're a Blantyre boy?
Yes, correct, yes, because we went there when Blantyre was growing. We went to what they call the new lines in the house that were just built after our independence.
Yes,
so, and I saw many construction of houses in Blantyre, both in Dirande and Chitawira, the two towns that I lived in and grew up in Blantyre.
How many were you in your family at this time?
My father was the only one who was working as a civil servant. And my mother, I could call her a housewife. Yes. And we are a family of 8, 3 boys and 5 girls. You see?
And how many children do you have now out of it?
No, 3, yes.
So you see,
yes, and I should say that it was normal because the environment that I lived in They were all big families. Actually, others were even bigger than ours.
Really?
13, 15.
In one family?
In one family in those days.
Goodness. Oh my goodness.
So you're right to observe that I come from
we are living in interesting times. Things have changed significantly.
Things have changed very significantly.
So were you the firstborn or?
No. I'm number 5 in a family of 8.
All right.
Our firstborn was my brother who passed on a few years ago.
Sorry to hear
and then second one, a boy again, then a lady, then myself, and then a lady, then a lady, then a lady. So five ladies and 3 men.
And out of the 8, how many are still alive?
We are living, 7 are living. God has been very kind to us. 7 of us are still living.
I presume your parents passed on sometime
Yes,
back?
my dad passed on. My mom, fortunately, and we thank God for that, she's still alive.
That's
back
fantastic.
in the village at Karonga.
She must be fairly old.
Yes, but strong.
Yes. Well, those ones, they were built with unique material,
yes,
you know, because they live long and very strong.
Correct.
Well, we're going to get to that, but I really want us to take a quick break now, and we're going to go into our first song in Cruise 5. You were going to tell us what kind of music you like listening to.
Yes, I must say, I like so many bands, local and international.
Okay.
But surely, at local level, I have streamlined myself first to Lucius Banda, because his music has been very educative.
Yes.
Yeah, very informative.
Yes.
But the rhythm is amazing, and especially my colleagues, because the colleague is an honorable member, don't forget.
Yes, he is.
He has an amazing voice.
Yes. He's powerful and he can also dance.
Oh, he can dance.
He's a very good dancer.
Yes, and he's such a, I must say, he has advised a lot of youth through his music.
Fantastic. So are we free to choose any song?
Any song by Lucius Banda.
Any song from Lucius Banda. Okay, let's dig into our archives and let's see what's going to come up. Cruise 5, and today we are talking to Honorable Frank Tumpale Mwenifumbo, brilliant student in secondary school, never made it to university.
No.
What path did your life take after the disappointment of not making it to university?
At that time, my father had retired from the civil service.
Okay.
So basically, he had moved from Blantyre to Karonga.
Okay.
And then I remember now going back to Karonga for the first time with the bad news that I've been left out of, yeah. Because everyone had hopes that I was going to go to university. Yeah, but my father said, look here, there are so many ways of killing a cat.
Yes.
Don't worry, don't despair. You find a way, God will lead you. But one thing that he was disturbed, that look here, now I'm helpless. I'm no longer earning enough for me to pay for you. That time, Solusi University, the Seventh Day University, was very popular because he asked me, what next? I said, look here, Dad, I hear there's a university, a private university in Zimbabwe called Solusi, and I want to go there. But my father was at that time helpless.
I can't send you to
I can't send you, I don't have the money.
Yeah.
So he said, go back to Blantyre and live with your brother, stay with your brother. So I indeed, my brother lived in Blantyre, stayed with him. One morning, I took a walk into Blantyre streets. So when I was walking, I went through Henderson Street, looking at the National Bank, a beautiful building, and wishing I could work there. So I went back home. I never slept that night. I said, I'm going to go to meet the manager at the National Bank, look for a job. So I went there. Then I was led to the head office part of the National Bank, just behind there. You literally just walked into the bank? No, just walked. No necktie, no nothing. Went up the stairs, asked for the personnel manager. I didn't know that time, of course, it was Mr. Magola, but I just said personnel manager. Then I was allowed to go and see the personnel manager. That's when I joined the National Bank, which I worked for the past 10 years. You worked for 10 years? 10 years as a bank teller. The moment you entered that time, that was it? That was it. So what were you doing? You were a bank teller? I was a bank teller transferred to Karonga. I had a 3 months, that time, in capital Karonga. But that time was it still called National Bank? Yes, it was the National Bank of Malawi. It was already called National Bank? Yes. All right. Yes, the People's Bank. There's another bank, Commercial Bank. That time, correct, yes. Yeah. The only rival bank that was there in those days. There were actually two main commercial banks. Yes. National Bank and Commercial Bank, which was state-owned. Correct, yes. Okay, all right. So I worked for National Bank, and our competitors were Commercial Bank, but we were always on top. National Bank was always. Well, what else do you expect to hear from him? How did you rise through the ranks of National Bank? And at the time you were leaving, what position were you? The beauty of those days, I don't know whether it's still the trend. As I said, hardly 3 months. They sent me for an induction course in Blantyre from Karonga. And National Bank never allowed its staff to catch buses. They used to fly their members of staff, no matter how junior or senior you were. That's so cool. So you can imagine the incentives that were there around in those days. So a group of us were flown from National Bank in Karonga, picked our friends from Mzuzu branch, picked other friends from Lilongwe into Blantyre. And we were housed at the Shire Hotel in those days. That's where we stayed and went to our training school at, I think, Customs Churchill or Customs Road, somewhere there. I always confuse these two branches, but in Limbi, that's where the training school was for National Bank. So I was trained in different types of trades within the banking systems, the bills department, foreign exchange, and so many. You had to go for training. So I was capacitated. I must say that I was empowered. Up to now, I use those skills in my daily life today. Other than working in the bank, have you done anything else in your life? Yes. Now, I had worked for 10 years. Now, I was, I think, getting tired. And because I felt the job was getting too routine, and I think I had done a lot of it. Yes, I mean, and 10 years is quite a long time. I was losing my motivation. But at the same time, I think I had a trait of a business person in me. So in my blood, when I was working, I would handle millions and millions of kwachas for my clients. And some clients brought in quite a few millions for themselves, banking into their businesses or into their personal accounts. Then I said, all this money, why can't also I have it one day? But I'm not going I'm just managing other people's money. But very, very interestingly, and maybe this may inspire others, what was very unique was to see somebody who sells tomato, who sold rice in those days, having a couple of millions in their accounts. So I said, look here. From tomato sales? Tomato sales, onions, rice, ufa, mtedza. I said, come on. When I would interview the clients, this
what
money,
do you do?
What do you
Like,
do apart
oh,
from?
no,
I said, no, that's a tomato. Is that so? So I said, when somebody is bankable, I think you can get somewhere far.
Yeah.
Then I said, no, I'm fed up with his job.
Yes.
All right? I'm not progressing in my life. Why can't I quit and have the freedom to do what I can do? Now, that coincided with the advent of multi-party democracy in Malawi, where trade liberalization came into play. So in those first 2 years, we got independence, multi-party democracy in 1994. I worked 2 years after. But even then that, I was also doing underground politics. After work at night, we would run around disputing the Democrat for that time a pressure group called AFORD, Alliance for Democracy. So, but then anyway, going back to business, to how now I stopped working in the bank. Yeah. I said, no, I think I can look after my family better if I sold tomato in the market, if I sold onions. So I told my friend that I'm quitting. He said, Frank, you are joking. And at that time in National Bank, and those that still work for National Bank can attest the fact that they said, now after working 10 years, you can get your dues and leave the bank. I only had 2 months to get my dues and leave the bank. You
left?
No, I don't. Yes, I left.
Without getting those dues?
I forwent those dues. I said, I'm tired. I got a vision, and I must go and fulfill the vision. So people cried. Literally, my friends, especially lady friends in there. Okay?
I can imagine.
They said, Frank, come on. You just have to. I said, look, I'm tired. Yeah. I'm done.
I'm going.
I wrote my resignation letter. They sent it to head office. They accepted my resignation letter. People had a small function for me. I literally walked away from the bank, but I had a vision. So I started implementing my business. I said, look here.
What business did you start?
Yes. I said, I did not just say I'll go and sell tomato, but I had some savings. Then I said, I'll start importing cars from Japan and sell them here. And I did that. And the market was so raw, because in the northern region in those days, you could count cars that, and I think the population of cars was not even more than 100 at that time, in the early 90s. Yes. So I said, look here, there's an opportunity here, that if I can tap on this market, the car market, and I talked about trade liberalization because the country now had opened to international trade. You could do import and export the way you wanted to. So I said, look here, I would do the car thing. Because most of my class also were farmers. So I knew the market that the farmers needed pickups and the 3-tonners and 10-tonners and so on and so forth.
So you started ordering cars
one by one. I said, I ordered 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, 20, 30, 40
vehicles.
Vehicles at a time. And yes, and people in Zuzu would attest to that. That I could import even 80 vehicles at one time those
Jesus
days.
Christ.
So
then in company.
We did that under Dino Corporation. And I had a friend here who I did the business together with called Mr. Francis Nyirenda. He actually bought a plane. Mbachi Airways, those who remember the days of Mbachi Airways, that was my business partner in the business. So my friend decided to invest in the aviation, and I was investing in other areas like real estate and so on and so forth. So that's how long and short I found myself now. Having worked for the bank for 10 years, I said I'm going to do my own things. And if they fail, I'm going to go in the market and sell tomato.
From handling other people's money to making the money for other people to handle. Our next song in Cruise 5.
Yes.
Yeah, what's going to be the next song?
On the international scene,
yes,
I love Coldplay. Yes, I love the voice. I like
the rhythm. Good.
It's good. Yeah.
Coldplay is good.
Yes.
Nice rock music.
Yes.
Are you a rock music fan?
Yes, I must say that I enjoy rock, and you'll be shocked that who introduced the rock.
That's what I was going to say.
In my early days in Blunt, as I was growing, there were so many bands, and we enjoyed ourselves because we used to go to MBC for Teen Beat. Teen Beat would be picked from our houses in Dirande or Chitawila, randomly in a combi of MBC. Go to MBC and witness bands playing like Dynamic Revivals, the True Tones, the Moson Pukas, and so many bands that were there. So anyway, how did I start liking rock? Wambali Kandawire with the Pentagon sound.
The Pentagon sound. Hey! Yes, Pentagon. Oh my God, that guy was amazing. He used to do rock actually.
Yes. He used to rock. He would jump up, sprint up in the air, and then the bands they had, said, I don't want to get energized. That's why the days.
Let's see what we can find from Coldplay. That's our next song in Cruise 5. We could talk a lot about a lot of things, but I want us to cut to politics.
Yes.
You said you started doing underground politics.
Yes, yes, yes.
My God, my news is the Democrat. That's the time when
with the Ishmael Kanis, with the Rojan Kwazis, Reverend Longways, would meet at night in church. Yes. And how many things were heating up for a change. Mind you, I had a grudge against myself, but really it wasn't a grudge. But when I said I failed to go to university, and I knew that the reasons were political. And that's why today, and please forgive me when I talk about the quota system, I talk from a point, from an informed point of view and from a conviction, as something that really happened to me. And
being a victim of...
Yes, and if we had time, I would explain to you why I want to believe that the quota system is retrogressive in the socio-economic development of our country. And I am an example of that kind of a conundrum.
So you were bitter.
Yes, I was bitter. And,
and you said, we must change.
We must change things. And I thought that was oppression. To me, it still remains an oppressive kind of a policy that really has not to exist in the multi-party democracy, where we talk about freedoms and rights.
Long debate that probably we might not have time for in Cruise 5, but I would really love to have such a conversation with you at some point.
Yes.
But what I want to know is, when you were taking this interest in changing things in the country, did you get any inspiration from somebody in the family, or it was just from what was happening around you?
Coincidentally, when that drive in me, then a man called Chakufwa Chihana appeared on the scene.
Yes.
I want to come and change politics.
What did Chakufwa
Chakufwa.
He came and, oh my God, set the country
I feel very bad that late Chakufwa Chihana was never given a chance to explain his life. Because if we did only hear what Chihana went through, which I was privileged to hear from the horse's mouth himself.
I understand you worked with him.
I worked with him for so many years as his personal assistant. So I knew and saw a lot in this man, Chakufwa Chihana. And he inspired a lot things in me. And may he so rest in peace in short, long and short. So, but anyway, so then there was a man called Chakufwa Chihana. I'm coming to Malawi. To change things. But mind you, Chihana was all along here in Malawi. That's one thing people don't understand or don't know, especially the new generation. Mr. Chihana worked for Satuk, and he was a head, and he was in Malawi. Of course, after saving or spending most of his life in exile, he came back, and then things, I don't know how he managed to get back to Malawi. At the heat of things, during the one-party dictatorship, he came to start working in Malawi. And then I think that also must have given him a lot of drive for him to say, this is job that I have not finished in my life. So Chakufwa started doing underground on his own and his family. Nobody else. He never shared with anybody else. So he was in contact with the so-called rebels abroad, people who were trying to change politics in Malawi. Then he went to attend a meeting in Lusaka, Zambia. Then from there, he got the motivation to come and change things in Malawi. So when we started hearing that there's a guy who wants to go and challenge this one-party dictatorship, we don't believe it. We did not believe it. So I should say that's when I inducted myself in politics. When he came during the Nyali time, don't forget there was an amnesty for all the so-called rebels, the Gawenga, they could come back home. Release of political prisoners like notably late Aleke Banda, late Chakwamba, and others. Machipisa Mutali, and so on and so forth. When they came out, I happened to have met these people as a young man. And then again, along there was Mr. Zidiro Chubambo, who is still living, fortunately for us, and he can give testimony to what I'm trying to say here. So when they came, I used to sneak in. We used to sneak in as young men and listen to the conversation. And we are tasked to say, distribute these newspapers. You know, so after that, when Dr. Banda succumbed to the pressure to institute the referendum, because that was a call. The call for referendum was done solely by one person. That was late Chakufwa Chihana, which led to the advent of multi-party democracy in Malawi. So at that point, we didn't care whether you were UDF, or you were AFORD, or you were what. We all wanted change. So we all campaigned for referendum. So I worked very closely with late Aleke Banda. I worked very closely with Mr. Zidiro Chubambo, late Dumboleman, and others in the drive to change. So when we attended multi-party democracy, as I said, we all went now back to our affiliations. Some went to UDF, I went to AFORD. I started working with the AFORD So I've been in AFORD for so many years. Yeah, and sometimes when I see young men who have just come into AFORD who don't even have the history of this party, talking ill of me and others.
Mr. Mwenifumbo. You were once a young man trying to cut your teeth in politics.
Yeah, the difference is that when I came into politics, I respected those that I found. And then I took an advantage of learning a lot from them. I never trivialized anybody. I have never had that history. I don't want to go into personal, it's not right. But suffice to say that sometimes it is helpful. Mukafika pamalo, kufatsa, kupuzira kai. Look here, when I joined Parliament in 1999, at that tender age, I felt I had a lot to learn in politics. So I played the back row role, you know, to learn and to appreciate what politics is all about.
Your party, AFORD, it has become almost, and excuse me for saying it, an insignificant party in the country. Because you started off with many members of parliament in 1999, almost 30-something.
34, 36.
Yes, 36 MPs. And now just one member of parliament.
That's it.
How does that happen? What happened?
When that kind of a scenario comes into play, what is important is to do some kind of research, evaluation, get to the bottom of what has happened. Now, when you get the reasons, work on that and correct and perfect, in this case, this organization called AFORD.
What happened to this organization called AFORD?
You see, if you look at the trends, as you have rightly observed, that in 1994, we won 36 members of parliament.
Yes.
We swept the whole northern region with 33 seats, and 3 seats from the central region, 2 in Kotakota, with one in Kotakota, I think. Yeah, 1 in Kotakota and 2 in Kasungu, in central region. So we were a minority, but a majority party. It was a strong minority party in parliament that was recognized and noticed. Now, look at the dynamics and the optics that took place between 1994 and 1999. You remember that when Chihana lost the presidency of this country, he now went into an alliance with the MCP, a working alliance in parliament to oppose UDF. And Bakir was a very clever man. He saw that, this is a very volatile situation. He cleverly manipulated and reached out to his colleague. Said, come on, Chakufwa, why do you work with a party that both of us fought against? Come on, work with me. So Chihana moved again to UDF. And was given, the constitution was changed. He was given the post of second vice presidency and a ministerial post as an agriculture minister. And they worked with him losing. Until when Chihana again saw inside the government there. And don't forget, and that's what we should educate our young men who are just coming into politics. Chakufwa Chihana was the first man to advocate for a referendum. I must say, first of all, multi-party democracy. Then he said the channel, the route I'm going to use is through a referendum. This must be accepted by the people. He called for a referendum. The word referendum, most of us first heard it from Chakufwa Chihana. Then the word of corruption. Whilst he was serving in government, Chihana blew up a trumpet. He said, come on, I'm in government, but there's something I miss in government. There's corruption. People said, what is corruption? Didn't understand him. And people said, some people said, Chihana ndo jera samupangira akwapangira jera samuluzi afuna aononge boma lao. Chihana resigned. He said, if that is the case, okay, let me be the minority one. He resigned peacefully, paved the way that do whatever you want to do. And today, when we talk about corruption, let us remember who first blew the trumpet. What did we do about it? Did we help that man? How did people talked all sorts of things against Mr. Chihana because of trumpeting issues of corruption? When
Chihana was going to UDF, he took AFORD with him.
That's why I was going
when he left.
You see, he left some people of AFORD. They refused to come out of the government. That's where the attrition began.
Our third song, we've done Lucis Panda, we've done Coldplay. Are we going to rock again?
No, now we go to reggae. Because when I was growing up in Blantyre in those days, most of us enjoyed Peter Tosh, culture, and some now in reggae was enjoyed by even women. So remember that those women in those days enjoyed Eric Donaldson.
Eric Donaldson, enjoyed Joyce Bond.
That's it. Jude Butcher. Jude Butcher, the lady who came to play here from Jamaica. But I enjoyed culture because I enjoyed his Mr. John
Joseph Hill.
Joseph Hill, yeah, his voice.
Oh,
he was very philosophical.
Yes.
The Burning Spear, the Peter Tosh.
Yeah.
And then who's this guy? Gregor Isaacs.
Gregor Isaacs.
So, but
the guy with the love songs.
With the love songs as well.
Oh, his songs, Lord.
Yeah. So when we'd be reading our books, most of the friends would play that music and we'd be reading our books in the dormitories, and then that's it.
With the reggae music playing,
in the background.
Okay, so it's going to be some culture, I do believe.
Culture.
Okay, so let's see what we can find from culture in Cruise Farm.
You are so nice. You know something? I find South Africa the sweetest thing ever since honey. Want somebody? Want somebody? Stop the train! More fire, more fire. Somebody, won't somebody please tell me what's going on? God, won't somebody, please, won't somebody please tell me what's going on with our people, Won't somebody please tell me what's going on? I don't know. Won't somebody? Somebody please tell Joseph what's going on with our children, they're trying hard to mislead them, all of them. Our children, education, they're trying hard to fool the children them. South Africa, look, when somebody, get up and say something. Won't somebody tell me please what's going on in our schools? When somebody speak up. Won't somebody tell me please what's going on? Somebody say hi to Nelson Mandela for me. Somebody say hi to Honorable Nelson Mandela for me. You know something? Shh. Silent in here. I went over so and I saw Robin Island where they took away the man and they prisoned him. I remember Fort Augustus, Alcatraz. It's the same kind of prison. Somebody say hi to Nelson Mandela. Rise, Africa, rise. Rise, Africa, rise. Rise, Africa, rise. What you doing for yourself? Rise! Black man, get up, stand up, on foot. Get up, stand up, on foot. Fight for your right. Not with your hands, but with your minds and your education.
Honorable Frank Tumpale Mwenifumbo, what is your view about politicians who are always changing parties?
Yeah. You see, I am one of those people who have changed parties.
Yes, you are.
Yes, I have changed parties. I will start it with me, maybe, in order to answer your question, because if I'm going to reflect on others, it may not be very fair.
You have changed parties.
Yes, from AFORD, I went to DPP.
From DPP, you went to PP.
PP, then it came
from
independent.
PP, you're back
to independent. I went to independent. I said,
independent.
Yeah. Then I said, no, after soul searching, advices, people said, go back to your original party.
So you went to AFORD.
AFORD.
What is your view about people like you?
Sometimes it's because of the dynamics at play.
What dynamics?
Which are precipitated by lack of intra-party democracy. And that's the only answer that I'm going to give. Most of the people that have changed parties, you see that there were disagreements either on what they had agreed area on when they were forming that party or during. And I can only cite an example of Mr. Mpinganjira. Mr. Mpinganjira formed his own party, NDA, not because necessarily he wanted to form, but because he said, wait a minute. Mr. Mnuzi, we agreed that you're going to serve 10 years. And after that, others will come. Yeah, so when he came to him, said, no, this is not what I agreed. So, so those are the dynamics, the optics of the day that forced maybe Mpinganjira. If I can just give an external example. So sometimes it's not because you want to do that. No. Even though, I must say, at times, money has been a factor.
How? Political
money. We've seen it. But let me go back to my own issue. Now, you want to understand. Did you change the party because you were influenced by money somewhere, or you were influenced because of the internal dynamics? As I said, after we realized that AFORD was losing popularity in terms of numbers in parliamentary, parliamentary representation, we did some sausage. Not only me, all of us in AFORD. We said, no. These issues of alliances have done us bad. I think it's high time AFORD stood on its own and present itself as it is. So the people should measure us, judge us, give us the necessary value that we need in politics by standing alone, based on our ideologies. Now, in 2005, mind you, I was a minister in Mr. Mutharika's government.
Yes.
But I was a member of AFORD. Because it was me and Mr. Chihana, we were ministers in that government. Now, within AFORD, we went to a convention where people said, Mr. Chihana, please, for heaven's sake, you took us around. Then again, this third term, look at what we're only 6 MPs out of 36 MPs. 30 MPs attrition. That was too much. Can we thank you that you have saved. Can others, and it was not Frank Mwenifumbo speaking, it was the whole National Executive Committee of the day that spoke. Can we, in the interim, appoint Mr. Goa Nyasuru, pending the convention? There was a resistance. Now infights began now. That's what I'm saying. Lack of intra-party democracy. And especially when you depart from the constitution, that makes things even worse, as it is the case now in AFORD.
A case in point was when you left the DPP for PP.
Yeah, circumstantial.
After the death of President Mutharika.
I've never missed my words that I wish at that time I had stayed on, because the circumstances in which I moved was not right. Especially when you all know that I know myself, how close I was to the late Bingu Mutharika, how I worked towards the development of the Democratic Progressive Party.
Why did you leave?
There were some hidden factors that sometimes I don't want to mention them, but there were some duresses that came. That, Mbuyako Jomwalira, you were nawe sopano. These words came from somebody. And maybe if you want to dig more, go to Mr. Harem Kandavide. He was there when those...
I'll go to Mr. Harem Kandavide. But before I go to Mr. Harem
the Vice President of MCP.
Why particularly going to PP then? Why didn't you go to any other party?
Don't forget that there was rivalry in the lifetime of Mr. The late President Bingu Mutharika. May he so rest in peace. Between him and his vice, Joyce Banda.
Yes, I know.
And then on the side, Right Honorable Kumbo Kachari.
Yes.
When the death occurred, you remember that even some people celebrated.
Yes, I know.
Just.
Yes, I know. There were parties around.
Parties around. Bingu is dead. People were celebrating instead of mourning.
Yeah.
That sent me shockwaves. What is next? And then I started getting these phone calls. Mbuyako jadwa malira tu jama msapota ucha. So no iwetitana nawe. So I had to play some maneuvers there to save my face. ino mundale mutu muli zinthu mwazonika muno bwino so pano nkhani yoenda kupita chipanichi
recycled politicians
zimakhumudwisa anthu amene
apa pamene mwateremu ndi kuti
kulapa
mukozojokaso
iyayi AFORD sindingachokeya
munachokamo kena kumayenda kapalalo yanchani kafodi
kabwene kena kucho principles zanga ndikunena kuti ineto akuti anandichosa simukuva kodi so nthawi mwina mwake ino ukamaka kamira za ena azakukhapa sopano waluza moyo wako anakuvutika mundale zachitikatu zimenezi mundale ino simukuvana anthu anamwalira mundale kumalira ndale kusiyana pamphepo
timali mwina ndingozi zachitika
amatero polongo sola
natural causes tungeza nda Frank Mwenifumbo
komando
iveleko nyipo tipume kwateta tige nyimbo yaji tsopano
kungoti tu kwathu kosomuzi kuli nyimbo zinamayimba azimayi koma zam'maboma ndi mukayipeza ya zam'maboma yena yake olo yakunzimba olo yakuntchisi
tiyangane kanyimbo ka traditional kena kake kuti olemekezeka asangalale nako mu DPP nthaina yake ife arankhani tinakudandaula ni kwambiri mutanena kuti anthu ogwira ntchito mboma asamalenge newspaper ya Nation
in particular
chili chani chinezi
hai manager don't forget that I belonged to a party called DPP ndiye no what was hai manager ndikuti nzikuvuta kwambiri mali muno mafuta chani ndi a president ankatukanidwa not kutukanidwa something sankrema wamenewo fa matipate democracy
angakhulubira kuti amatukwa
ndife ameti mazionazo the Nation newspaper inalipa sokolo kwambiri kumalankhula za negative kwambiri publicity ya late president bingo mtalika ndi chipani cha DPP chomwe chinali member la FAO ndiye ine umene kuziwa kuti chipani china chili chonse koma chitika zinthu chimakhala pansi kuti kuziona bwanji ndi haiza mapasana anthu ma roles ndi ngati wonesese siku limene chalo kujikana club tinalankhulapo anthu oposa 8 including the incumbent president also spoke. Let's zero it on me.
But that was wrong.
Totally wrong. Totally wrong. Chifukwa kuti even kopanga nako mwe tinakanena kuti akulu ndi mene zili ndali za matipate democracy tikanena news mwina make inena kulimba mtima kukana zimene zicha there is no explanation. I was wrong to take that wrong. And whatever chimene nakuza nkani zote zolapika zokhazi
ndipuzire nawo muchipanimu anthu mukamakambiyana zimenezi conscience yako imakhala ikuwuza kuti this is wrong. Koma ngati achipani tagwirizana and you still go ahead and you do zimene achipani agwirizana. Because enough so many li olemekezeka yena kuti ku parliament kujazima dabwitsa kuti ngati achipani imene kuti mwina ife 50+1 siti kuifuna ena kuti ife tikuifuna ndikuti tivote kupanda bako ndemari boti kodi reasoning imene kuenda apa zimakhala bwanji what exactly happens kumene kuti kumakokasi kuja mwa
ndi chipanicho you see kumano tilabisale kuti chipanicho that's why chipani zinokhala poti intraparty democracy zoti nchichewa tingayankhule kuti bandi lonchitumbo kalonchinkhondo koma tilimbikise ntchito za nkati maufulu
ndale za kanunu
fiyo
indale ya kanunu fiyo mchipani
yeah no koma tinene kuti chipani chose chimakhani ma constitution now and the constitution chipani chose mali muno chimankhwaza ma freedoms and rights izizi sitikuzilabadira muzipani timatenga magazi amuntu mmodzi amene ali msogolere nthawi imene ijayo kupanga overlook
koma ndati ma politician athu you are weak
ndi musayolo kumakhala caucus mabwere chigulu pati chipani chimabwere makumana ku parliament kukhaza kuzakuza kuti ife ngata chipani chakuti tugaza kuti fundo itikatenge
this is our stand
nenose yes bana
tikapanga zimene
ukangoti uyimikeza nyonene kuti iziya leti woukira
koma ndiye kuti pamene mane kuti our politicians are weak chifukwa if you are strong you must be able to say kuti ine izisindugwizana nazo kale je cabinet crisis ulichitike amafunika anthu onena kuti no
but at the same time look at the price they've paid
kapangeni izizi koma ineyo as wakuti let history note kuti I was against this and I'm not doing this koma panopo timadabo anthu akuyenda nawo mchigulugulu ukatengera kumbali kumangena kuti
it catches up with you later it catches up with you lero lineyo chipanda a nation kumandemberapo nkhani zimendu kunena bwezi nditachuka kuti kuli Mwenifumbo
saka
nakudziwana
so a nation omwe mukalanda
ndikanena anja ndipamene kumanena kuti tofunikira kumazindikira munthu kwako ndiye munifusa kuti munapangapo chani ine ndazindikira kuti nalako time manager napita kwa managing director
yes
a newspaper imene mai Mbumba Banda ndipo ndiye thokoze kuti analisekulira khomo anandizandira tinamwati mu office mwawo ndinawakambira anamvesa nawapepesa kana mvesa umanene kwapepesa basi okay
muna kapepesa
yes umtafanga muzapa ngepo interview basa kuzota Mwenifumbo nabuya ku office kwanga ku Blantyre Road mu office mwawo kwa ndima yaje kwapepesa ndiwo maya namvesa andikuonesa kuti amayaje andikhulukira mumene bidobe zimwe ndikondwese mu newspaper ya nation ama ndinena ndikala kwamba ndinena kuti alapa ndikachita bwino ama ndimbepo zabwino so pano this is where now what is important is the realization kumakumbukira kuti apa zinalakwika and how you have the guts as a politician bring down yourself say sorry I made a mistake so I shall always say sorry to what I said on those remarks and no doubt about it because this was an attack on freedom of speech a very important tenet of democracy.
And that was wrong.
That was wrong.
Okay,
yeah, and I regret that. And I'll never use any excuse, whether I belong to a party, whether we had a caucus or not. But it was Frank Mwenifumbo.
That's the one who said that.
I who said that.
That's what history recorded.
Record, yeah.
Let's move on. Constituency yanu Karonga Central.
Yes.
Amadi Bengazi.
Ankati Bengazi. Amena ichura ajatnato sabu zimeza Bengazi.
Ankati Bengazi.
Ankati Bengazi.
Why was it called Bengazi?
Bengazi chifanyina na kuti you know and muna mwage ngoti fanya ntawe. In short kuna limpungwe kusabuzana badale. Akula mena lipo he was very insecure with my presence in Karonga Central. Ankafuna basi teretu basi no nsapangisa chipani then nikandipanje usonkhano apa basi miyala kidi Bengazi na kuchenjera ne muthu chenjera kwambira thana mazwa ankazwa amamzwa nkulu amenochi akatero basi uyu wathama kwa news Mwenifumbo wamenyana Mwenifumbo wa nyumba
amene wakhala
apolisi akabwera akafufuza ino apolisi kufa kuti Mwenifumbo wa nyumba ya munthu angazingo kuyangana adiona na minister atu time manager ana minister of finance Mboma ana Mboma nani muthu wamba sina kandi manga kuma apolisi akabwera akafufuza kudibwa chiso kudibwa ene poti ndi anduna komano nkhani ya Bengazi iwo unonkuichwano kosweshe kuti kuno ku Bengazi kuno
tifani nde kumakhala kugobana zikwanje osati masere
yesa nana kuti ine sindirola imeneyo
ya Bengazi
sindirola I'm going to fight for my rights I'm going to stand again and I'm going to bring you down and ndikana zaona sona kuti zisankobwerani akulaja kugwera tuko ma thousand difference of votes between me and him. Why? Because eneka chionadi ndana anko siwe semucha ino mene munkava nkhani mune chakucha mu newspaper muna makesi mukazwa chionadi ndi Bengazi uja tinathesa Uchini mbendera uje naitsitsa tinawapasa ya Bengazi moti panopa iwo wakusimba lokoma ndi mfulu pena pali ponse even pa khomo la mayanga mapondapo
chifukwa za Bengazi zinatha
tinatesa nena kuti tese isi alise akhali ndi ufulu umapanga misonkhano ine nikakanizidwa maufulu amenewo anauza mafumu kuti uya samabwere kuno kudera kwawo
ine ndimadabwa kuti uku ku constituency kwanu Bengazi anthu kutemana kwambiri kubwera ku AFORD kaminiso Bengazi tinakaona ku area 23 ku convention ine niwona ngati zipolowe zimene zozo amene mambitsa ndimo.
No, have you ever read about Che Guevara? Che Guevara was a freedom fighter, was a nationalist.
Ndikumudziwa kwambiri.
And pena pali pose pena izola kuika Che Guevara amamwita nakuti kakonze. Tinangoza za ku Bengazi kunonso mwina za ku AFORD izo no. Koma kuima pachionani osati using ndale of violence. Ndimona kuti anthu amene kumenyedwa awo ndi ankamenyedwa ku Bengazi anali ma supporters aine. And the records are there ku police kuja. And pakana in parliament speech yake yomalizira napempha Human Rights Commission. Unfortunately, they've never been there. I invited them. Go and investigate those crimes that were committed there. And name and shame the one who did that. Chimozi mmozi hoti kabwa kwa AFORD kuno. Mupeza kuti ndabwera ninkokomo kugwedeza AFORD uja akulaja kuna kuti apasa ndivuta ndikutuma ma driver awo fo anthu amene akhapa anthu amene ngale patali ngati ndipo mwe maketha muzi afusa ku court kuti mnandi meja ili pati 49 unakuchitika anthu natemedwa koma tikuna kuti anthu aku zamkhalazi.
Why does the violence keep following you?
No, I don't understand, but
you ku Bengazi.
Yeah.
You came to contest for the AFORD presidency. There was violence again. People would easily conclude that the violence is coming because
if I was beating people, yes, people would conclude that. I'm the victim. The people that were assaulted, the Secretary General of Alliance for Democracy, Mr. Ritchie, the chairman for Central Region, Mr. Nicholas Kwa. Anamiro ndani. Ngati anthu bisira ngati chombo chino cha usiku. Si Mwenifumbo. Koma iwo anamiro fye kuti ana mvumera Mwenifumbo kuchita na undale za AFORD. Ku convention ya msabika tebo mwepo fwa akumati convention inachita ku 49. Anamenya a Secretary General ndani
2am
2am yeah 2am yeah
2am kumenana kusankhana
no
president.
We were winding up around 2am.
One step at a time.
Yeah.
Let's start with the convention on 1st May 2018.
Yes.
Kumene kuja kunabwera zipona.
Yeah.
Zinavala zovala zakuda.
Yes.
Muna akazilenga ndino message
Yeah, ndi mukatero ndi mukula kuisa
simugibausa.
Sono bana anajana vala ma helmet ndi mashambo
ndizi
kwanja janja.
Yeah, raimali.
Ino ndinauzidwa kune kuti Mwenifumbo mukuta ko ena mpaka na mayanga ndi bla phone. Mwana anga usapite komene ko ndapfa. Ali kulizi kwanje. Nati ndipita. Izi kwanje zinokumana.
Amana ukhala.
Anauzidwa.
Ali ku Karonga.
Karonga.
Amangula jani Chikonde.
Mkonde when.
We mwana
we unkaukankako we wapo kufa mwana wangu ndikupita
munatenga zipona ze
munazipita.
You knew that there was going to be violence
because we were warned. Not only we warned, but even that day a police, do you know kuti inikuchoka ku convention kufika ku 49 ku office ya AFORD mena kamakitanga malizia msonkanoko. Do you know kuti nakwera chibagula cha police ni ndia zinzanga
tsapano
anatika nzokera magamba tufanana kuti anzatu a intelligence achita find out kupanja police kwanje afuna agende gamuti yanu aphanye akumenyena Mwenifumbo. The police anena kuti inu simukwera gamuti yanu mukwera ndi moti not one nakwera chimbagula chichayai koma pochoka mu convention ku Don Bosco kucha anazimisa magesa police so no sitipanga ngoza kuti yayi iwe khalape
tiende mundima
iwe kati fuso kafika kuti ndi moyo kabanda ndafika ntafa ndine na ndima apolisi acha kuzimisa atife naphuza zimene zikwetsa gamoto opanda nyali ndipo tinaenda na polisi wa atwada the train
bwanyi simuna adalire ya polisi yo kuti ndamene akakupatseni chitetezo cha convention bwanyi munatenga ziphona zovala zakuda zi
iyayi nkhani njaitali ku court anena kuti Mwenifumbo kwabwera chitetezo ano ino mukapangeso haya polisi ano ndife napanga haya polisi. Koma sono ukuja zanga navotwa wabwisa anthu kuchoka kurumpi ene choko blanda ino kumulanji anthu opsha kwambiri ali munaona pa kamera apo alipo ma kamera malipo munaona ndine nauza kuti iwe tenga company imene registered ndi malamulo azikolo na Malawi. Ndiye napita ku maximum security. Professional boys. Abajo says balanga Karonga ya. Ndemu muno mulongwe. They run a security company.
Okay.
So I went to hire them to give me extra cover. Apart from the police, I made napanga hire 20. That also a manager to have, and I was very secure.
Antu amanena kuti inuyo munapita ku AFORD chifukana kutuma ndi a DPP kuti mukasokoneze chipani cha AFORD. Inu kali mene mmaiva bwana.
Ine sinimaitengera konso fyo kuti pakakatika chiona ndi mtu chimakupweteka kuti apati azamba pankani ndiona. Ndipo let me tell you before I forget to go further and to comment on DPP. I was indeed a member of DPP.
Yes.
People, I shall never regret that I was a member of DPP.
Yes.
Komanso ndikuuzeni. Ngati ndachita ntchito zazikulu za boma ndi za ndale. At both national and international level. Platform yake naliti DPP.
Ndiye ndikumene mufuna.
Paka naga yankhula ina bingu anandipasa speech yao. Mabuza ku General Assembly, United Nations.
Yende.
Ohati ma sidelines itu yayi.
Koma parliament
paja pamene paja
kwa kuda uchikoma.
Bingu anandipasa speech yao kuti nyamata kawerenge. Komanso kachoka pamenepo go and defend your speech with the Wall Street Journal. The most respected, you know, Wall Street. And I performed very, very well.
Akuti nuyo
AFORD.
Anakutumani Wall Street Journal.
Then I never regret that I was a member of. If anything, I'm proud. As I said, I've got those accolades. If you look at my CV, it was now. DPP nachokako. Okay. Matipakati panapita kupipi pano ndiko AFORD.
Mwala ojeni.
That
the Rolling Stone.
That issue of DPP never exists again in my life. Today I am AFORD.
You are not going back
now,
to DPP.
It's the same time, it's the same vein. Kodi ineyo nzinda kuti Chihana Enock chifukwa kuti moyo wawo wonse. Ivi bambo anamwalira iwo ali ku UDF. Baba kumwalira iwo ali ku UDF.
Then now sajilengesa ku UDF.
Ku UDF. Kapende ine kuti poti Enock Chihana tu zinoya Chihana tu Enock Chihana muzafunse kuti inuyo mnakula ngati ndani masitike fetano zinalo ndinu ndani. Akuze kuti waja zinawo ndi Enock katola phiri. La Chihana langobwera 1992 3 4 omwe bambo atamba kuchuka tu. Ndine kuti poti mwakulira mu family ya chipani cha MCP muchitenga chipani chiko MCP ndikulakwa kumeneko fombo ndilibe now him iwo zongofuna kuononga zinalanga poti akona kuti chipani cha DPP anthu akukhanga kuti akumachiyankhulira mwina mwake ndi angofuna andipakize
okay
koma let me tell you further that in musamalolezi zimenezi kaya kuli chipani cha MCP kaya kuli chipani cha DPP kaya cha PP cha UDF cha DPP cha AFORD muzizindikira we are one nation zipanizi zose different amalawi ndiye musalole wina wake aambe kumanena zomayipisa daladala pamene palibe umboni ine ngani mankhula nkhani za MCP zomwe zinazola kuika ni mankhula ndi umboni wake koma simapitiza muyezo
okay
manifest
okay ngati AFORD president wa AFORD ndi ndani
ndi wakhala pano ito
inuyo ndiye mtsogoleri wa chipani cha AFORD
na ngati mukuti kuli president timaule mtonse tijatilipo tazingopeleka kunoko
Enock Chihana ndi ndani
Enock Chihana ndi pachizungu mati a former president wa chipani cha AFORD president wakale komanso America kuno kuti mamulemekeza
koma Enock Chihana akurana kuchotsani inu mchipani
so munkuluza chisankho acho sabanyi zake amene asankhidwa pa chisankho inu simafunsa kuti inu Enock convention inachitika liti so pali pofurika kwambiri ife convention ikhali kuifuna kwambira December chaka chatha
ninde
anayikaniza ku court akhotena kuti kapangire pa 28 29 masiku amene wawiriwa anapempha ndi Enock Chihana pa 28 ndi pa 29 patangosala masiku atatu Enock Chihana anasayipanga njomba yapa golo ka chigoli zigola akuti ya ndasintha koma chikhalire nicho anakuza ku South Africa 4 months osabangapo campaign patangosala masiku 5 ya convention atabwera malai muno iwo ali ndasintha chifukwa kuti ngopata takamenyedwa ndi ama demonstration abile maya akamenya anthu kumene kwa I think it's on gulama demonstration
abile maya
so pano ndimalize for me nkhani yofunika kwambiri anthu azimvesetsa ndiye tapita court akhota nafunsa kuti Enock Chihana If you know person masiku 28 29. Mufuna masiku ake ati 1 ndi 2 anati ya ndifuna pa 1 fuka convention angeza mkha 2 hours basi atasankirwa ndazipita. Okay. Ndi akhona napeleka chani? Tsiku la 1
May.
Komanso popeleka a judge Charles Mkanda kuti bonda ayamikire fuya kuti apirire kwambiri nkhani za AFORD a judge amenacha.
Yes.
Amasiya nkhani zeni zoni zendawo thandiza anthu. Banga zakazimuka thandiza. Kumoti achipana dandawo athandiza.
1 May.
Ndi a justice Nkandawire. Pa order yawo number 4. Anena kuti ndalamula kuti mukapange msonkhano wanu pa 1 May. Ndipo wina asakalengeze so tsiku lina loposa chani
1 May.
1 May. Kasankhaneni pa chani pa 1 May.
I know this is a very sticky issue.
If yathu imene ndikunena kuti nasangidwa president yo yathu napanga pa 1 May. Muli ndi ma documents anu mu ma video mu tamaonesana anu kuti Mwenifumbo anasankhidwa convention ya pa 1 May. Now tamveserani. Musonkhano ukayamba wa convention uina kuthani kusankhidwa kwa president. Manifestation. Mukamati close. Masanka. Kumasa mukamati open. Ndeuli inoso sima president. Kana wali president kana internet matira party. Pomwepo. So pano pa 1 May. Chino chomwe simafuna kumafusa. Mukamaza afusa bwana atu akali achi. Kodi inu chifanya ni convention ya anthu ayidikirira miezi 8. Munabwera siku la convention munomwebwera 8 o'clock program unapanga nokha 8 o'clock kuti muyamba 8 o'clock. Ya 2 ndi mwavuchitsa. Half past 2 ba. Half past 2. Ndi matu. Ndi kukalwa mu holo kukakhapa mpando ma 3.
Mugwira nawo ntchito bwanja Enock Chihana.
Enock Chihana tia basa gawo litilofunikira kwambiri mu chipani cha AFORD. Unlike iwo ngakhale kuti analuza amene anachosa chipani, I think ukupereka maganizo. Chifukwa kuti
simwachotsa mu chipani yani.
You know ndipo Mwenifumbo kuti mphamvu zidinga kuchosa Enock.
Nesa ndina president. Mukhoza kunena ngati president kuti
pali malamulo to pa section 22 clause 4 mogwiza ndi section 6 3 ndi 4 ya constitution ya AFORD yomwe ili kwa register political
party. Mungate wachotsa.
Imanena kwambiri kuna kuti mungangochosa munthu wamba chipani ya. Kumanso ndikachosa chana AFORD na president ku convention leno potalo basi ndiachotsa.
Chifukwa anthu amanena kuti padzapezeka kuti mtsogoleri wa chipani cha AFORD wachotsa pa mpando mtsogoleri wa chipani cha AFORD.
Somono inu sonkhano mtsogoleri wakale akachosa mtsogoleri osankhidwa ndi anthu. Izi ndizo musadabwe mundale. Ku Kenya Kenyatta anasankhidwa pa tsiku lovomezeka
Raila Odinga.
Pasiku lovomezeka analuza Raila Odinga simuneja ati simikapa ngaso chisankho changa china ichitende bwino.
Kukalumbirira kumene.
Ati ne president.
Kukhala president.
Ndizo musadabwe nazo zili kunoze. Akulaja akuza kuti convention ovomezeka
inachilika pa 1 May.
Pa 1 May. Mwenifumbo anathawa waje ali close. Close banji mwasanka.
Komano 2019 maplana anu ndiotani.
2019
pikisana nawo ngati chipani kapena
ifeyo monga ine medali yankhula program. China chomwe chamangisa chipani cha AFORD kulowa pasi chomwe ngoti kukhala munkhwapa mwazipaniza munkhwapa ndinakhaliza kwambiri munkhwapa ndino fungo la chipani cha AFORD siku zoti fungo la chipani kodi la AFORD fa nkhwapa ya uyu unabwera fungo ili kutakala nkhwapa ya uyu fungo ili ndiye kumati AFORD khalino patoka no tinunkhe AFORD watu ndi ineyo pasogolero wanga ndona kuti tikaonekere pa ndandanda ya anthu amene akakhale ma president chipani cha dziko lino
moti 2019 chipani cha AFORD chikupikisana nawo
pa January tukapereka makata athu kuti ifeso tikuyima nawo sititukwana chipani cha MCP sititukwana chipani cha DPP ka chipani cha PP ka chipani cha UDF tilankhula zathu za chipani cha AFORD ndipo tikufuna kuti anthu akamapita ku vote akapite potsata mfundo zomwe ife talankhula osati poti tinatukwana kwambiri chipani cha MCP kakuchitukwana kwambiri chipani cha DPP kwa chinyoza kwambiri ka fund zimezala kuika mali muno ndale za mali musala kuika ndipo.
As we are winding up Cruise 5, I've got a set of questions that I would like to ask you, and I would like you to answer by just saying yes or no.
Yeah.
You ready for that?
Yeah, ready for that.
Okay, so let's start with your full name. I know you've got there was a time you had a very, very long name.
Yes.
Let's start with your full name. What is your full name?
My full name is Frank Tumpale Mwenifumbo.
Do you have any tattoos?
No, zero tattoo. I wish I had one.
Do you have any piercings?
Piercings, no.
Do you have children?
Yes, I have children, correct, yes.
Have you ever shot a gun?
Yes, I have 2 guns.
Well, I know you shot a gun not so long ago when you had a stranger visit you.
Yes, I did, yes.
Have you ever cried over someone?
Oh, so many times, yes.
Have you fallen in love before?
Oh, of course.
Have you killed a chicken before?
Yes, when I was young.
Have you gotten into a fight before?
Yes, when I was young.
Have you gotten any surgeries?
Yes, appendix, yes.
Have you ever been hospitalized?
Oh, it's so many times, yeah.
Have you donated blood?
No, because I'm diabetic.
Have you...
For next time, yeah.
Have you ever smoked weed?
No.
Would you smoke weed?
No.
Have you ever drank alcohol?
Oh, yes, I do.
Have you broken someone's heart?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, correct.
Have you had a crush on someone?
Yeah, of course.
Do you want to be president of Malawi? I never asked you about your family as you wind up, so I understand you're a married man.
Yes, correct, yes.
What does your wife do?
Oh, my wife, as for now, she's doing small businesses and running family businesses.
Okay.
Yes, as I said, we are in the hospitality industry, we are in real estate.
Yes.
And other trading businesses, and she sometimes helped me. I'm trying to venture into large-scale mining, and soon I think maybe on your business program, I may have to appear on that mega projects that we're trying to bring about in the mining sector.
Children?
Yeah. Children is correct, yes. Yeah.
I see our young boy.
Yeah, that's my last born, Jeremiah.
How many children do you have?
My firstborn is a girl, and that one.
So you have 2 children?
Yeah. No. We got 3. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where are they? So what is the firstborn doing?
The firstborn, she is working with Malawian Airways as a first officer.
That one, the one who flies planes.
Yes,
she's pilot, right?
Yeah, she's a pilot one.
Ah, fantastic.
Yes.
And the other one?
The other one is temporarily working with the Interbank.
Okay.
This is in the bank, yeah.
Yes. All right.
Yeah.
And the young man?
The young man is at the ABC Academy.
Okay.
Yes.
Looks like you like him quite a lot.
Oh, yes, my best friend.
Mr. Mwenifumbo, it's been a pleasure talking to you.
My pleasure is mine too.
I wish you all the best.
Yeah, thank you so much.
All the best.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.